I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for our Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. Oh, yeah. I feel good. We're in Louisville, Kentucky for SmackDown, February 27th, 2026. Wade and Joe on commentary the night before we get to Chicago for the Elimination Chamber on ESPN. You know what? I've been trying to use that ESPN app as best as I can. But it's only so many times I can rewatch the only WWE content on there. Like a handful of pay-per-views, a few clips here and there. It's just like, man, I've been using Netflix a little bit more. I started watching I think it's 2020 WrestleMania. Was it 2020 when COVID hit? I started watching that, and it was so strange and interesting to revisit that show. So I might do a podcast on it. I just put it on just to have on and, check it out. And then at work, I like one of our sports TVs to have on some WWE. So I've been reminiscing on old stuff like that. Been put on the YouTube channel and just pick a match and just let it play through. Seeing old Usos in the face paint, rocking the face paint all bright and colorful, long hair and everything, man. Pretty awesome. But speaking of an Uso, Mr. Jey Uso is out. I was wondering how they were I thought they were just going to let him be in the chamber. But no, because he wasn't supposed to win that match in that Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It was supposed to be Bronson Reed, who just had surgery, so get well soon, bud. But I don't understand the meaning behind this. I think, so it starts off with chaos. Boom, they're loading Jay in the ambulance. I'm like, oh, they just wrote off Jay. Jacob's there, who's pissed off. He's wondering who did it. Nick, Cody, Trick, and Javon, they're all there witnessing Jey Uso being taken out. And Jacob tells him, I want a spot in the chamber. I want Drew McIntyre. He's the one who did this. So who did it? Who attacked Jey Uso? I got a couple theories I would throw out there, but let's get into the show. So this is how we started off. Chaotic. Then as all this is going on, Drew McIntyre comes and cuts a promo and tells everybody, hey, I didn't do this. I follow the rules. I'm a rule follower. This isn't me. Someone's setting me up. And here comes Cody Rhodes. Whoa! And Drew's up into the crowd. And Cody's like, you know what? Ever since you got that championship and everyone's been coming at you, you've been making enemies left and right. And you're running out of here like a little bitch. And I was like, whoa, Cody. But yeah, that's, then here comes Randy, here comes Trick, here comes Javon, here comes LA Knight going, yeah, and RKO, of course, had to happen. We're telling you, we're getting to the chamber and no more messing around. You hear that there, folks? We no more messing around. Then we go right into Kathy. She's with Tiffy. Then here comes the Kabuki Warriors setting up a match between Tiffy and Kyrie later on. We have Solo versus Uncle Howdy. This match was fun. I'm getting a little played out on the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six, and the Lantern and stuff like that. Uncle Howdy got back the Lantern for a split second after he got a win over Solo, but here comes the family tree, then the Wyatt Six, and they still, the MFTs still the Lantern again. Woo! Keeping this feud going, and then here comes Nick, and here comes Drew. Nick Ellis with Drew, and here comes the Vision, and Logan Paul says, you should put me in the chamber. That's who should be in there. The Vision needs to be on top, blah, 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 blah. But we got a match. Our main event, basically elimination qualifying match. Jacob Fatu versus Logan Paul. Yeah. And I was like, oh, please, Lord, to the Samoan gods, let it be Jacob Fatu. We'll get there. Then Kathy's with Rhea and Io. You know, they got a big tag team match against, I love the name, the Irresistible Forces. That's Nia and Lash. Love it, love it, love. Then Nick is with Jacob, and Jacob's like, oh, who did it? I'm going to beat that ass. Mean. That's right. Then we go Tiffy versus Kairi Sane with Asuka on the outside. They cut a promo before. Then Tiffy and Kairi tear it up. And this was one of my favorite matches of the night. One of mine, not the match of the night. It's good to see Tiffy back in action. I would love to see her on the path of going after the championship, maybe after Elimination Chamber. But she gets the win over Kairi. Chelsea was on commentary. My love. I love Chelsea. Then the Visions with Nick, you know, this is where all the pleading and whatnot, and this our main event set. Let's just say that. Then we go right into The Miz versus Oba, which was fairly entertaining, cutting promos before the match, a promo in the match, you know. They kind of did this with Kit Wilson, but of course, my boy Oba squashing The Miz. Yeah, Oba, my boy, man. And I realized, you know, the shot he does, you know, and the light in the back and everything. They did that for Damian Priest as well. That's why I love going back and watching stuff, because I was watching a Damian Priest match from, like, I think NXT, and he was the Archer, and then, like, he got in the ring and that silhouette right behind him, light and everything, just hitting him just right. And I was like, oh, that seems familiar. I was like, Oba. I'm thinking of Oba right here. But Oba got the win. Ilya is backstage with Mello, and he's like, Mello's telling him, yo, man, when are we gonna do our rematch? And Ilya's like, I've been losing and losing and losing and losing, so I don't feel like I'm worthy. But don't worry, brother, I will get back that United States Championship, but I just need to go out and reprove myself that I am worthy of that. And Mello's like, you know, you need to do it before it's too late, because you ain't gonna get many opportunities here. So he goes out there, United States Open Challenge. Who's going to answer? Matt Cardona. Woo! He comes out, and this was an awesome match, man. I had a lot of fun with this one. These Open Challenges are always fun, especially with Mello. But, of course, Mello's going to retain the championship, but still nothing but love to Matt Cardona. We got the box and all the tag teams back there. Here comes R-Truth, and he's selling us the ESPN app. And, Kit Wilson, Candice LeRae comes in, poor Johnny Gargano. I love this. This is why it's the thumbnail. He's been just laying everywhere, just like, sad. So sad. Sad. Sorry. My best friend's gone. Well, Candice is pushing him on a cart, and because she has a matchup next against Jordan Grace. Kit Wilson tells everybody that you're toxic, and I heard the crowd pop for him, so I'm like, whoa. Kit Wilson may be onto something. Yeah. Candice LeRae versus Jordan Grace. This was fun. I didn't really care for the ending, because sad Johnny laying on the announce desk. He gets up, leaves Candice LeRae, and Candice LeRae's like, what's going on? Causing enough of whatever kind of finish that was from Jordan Grace, but got the 1, 2, 3. And she smacked her head pretty hard, it looked like, because she got up and she's like, fuck. Then Kathy's with Raquel. And here comes Jade, and I'm like, ooh, that seems awesome. You know what doesn't seem awesome? The next two who came up, B-Fab and Meech, and I'm like, oh my God. Why? For why? I feel like you've already had your chances. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want you near Jade. Go do something else. Go be a tag team or something. Jacob, he's getting ready, and here comes Cody. He says, I hope you're in that chamber, man. And here comes Sammy. Sad Sammy. And then Cody kind of blows him off, just kind of does a weird little shake of his hand, just walks away. And I'm like, oh. Sammy talks to Jacob. He's like, you were screwed. I was screwed. He goes, and Jacob's like, no, you weren't. I was screwed over. I got Claymore, and Cody got Claymore. And look, he was helping you. So, Sammy, quit being a me. So, Jacob said he was sad. And then, cue the acting flip of the table, smack of the water, hands in the face, get this man an Emmy. Because Sammy is sad. Sad. Tag team action, which is my match of the night. Rio versus the Irresistible Forces. That is Lash and Nia. Oh my gosh, this was awesome. What a rush. This is what tag team action is all about. And these two teams took it to each other. They even got this is awesome chance at a back and forth. Rhea selling her back. And all of a sudden, tag team champs here. The Irresistible Forces have beat Rio. Oh my gosh. And they were all sad too. But man, I was like, you know what? I kind of like this. I was waiting for these two to get something out of this team up, you know. So we got new tag team champions, the Irresistible Forces, Lash and Nia, and I'm saying golf club. Charlotte backstage eating ice cream, so sad as well. She's like, I'm fine. It's fine. You know, and she's got like three quarts there, man. She's rocking it. Then Alexa comes in, and Kiana's like, this is not fine. And Julia's there. Kiana says something, and I pop so hard. Charlotte's like, you can't have any. To her ice cream. It was like such the right moment. I'm glad Charlotte's having a lot of fun here. Then here comes Jade. I'm like, all right, this is the interactions I want right here with these guys, you know. So this was just a fun little bit here. I just love that. You can't have any. And Nick, he's with the MFTs. Nick's like, you know what? Starting next week, we're going to find number one contenders for those tag team championships. Then Kathy's with Nia and Lash celebrating their victory. Then they rude to Kathy. And we go to Randy and Alistair. And Randy tells Alistair, like, hey, once I win the chamber, I'm coming for you, buddy. And Alistair's like, ha, 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 ha. That was the plan all along. Ha, 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 ha. So then we have elimination qualifying match, the main event. Jacob versus Logan Paul. The Masked Man was nobody. I think this is a ruse. I was praying. I was like, if this can be one of the members of Dark State, we'd be pissed. But it wasn't. Was it? I don't know. I didn't know the guy. So I was like, okay. But the Masked Man was unveiled during this, trying to screw over the Vision. We don't know who the hell this dude is. Jacob and Logan are tearing it up in the ring. This was a fun match. And then, of course, who screws over Jacob Fatu again? That is Drew McIntyre hitting him with the championship while the ref wasn't looking, giving Logan Paul the advantage for the 1, 2, 3. And Logan Paul's in the chamber. I see. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I wanted Jacob Fatu, but, you know, we're going to get some weird, like, multi-man match that's going to happen against Drew McIntyre because he screwed over so many people. And honestly, whoever wins the men's elimination chamber, it's going to be like, yeah, he won. That's cool. But, you know, and I hope it's LA Knight, at least, please. But it's not going to matter if they're going to be like, no, Cody's in the match, Jacob's in the match. Oh, we're going to have a fatal five-way. It's like, oh, well, then the chamber meant nothing. And I don't like that. But this is pro wrestling. It's up and down. It's kind of wacky. Wacky tobacco. Okay. And then they announced Stand and Deliver, which I was very excited for. I'm like, oh, yeah, I love a whole day of some wrestling. Whole day of watching WWE. We start with Stand and Deliver, then we go right into WrestleMania. No. They're not even in Vegas. They're in St. Louis. April 4th for Stand and Deliver. And I was like, oh. Okay. But this, okay. Okay, I guess. Sure. I don't know how I feel about this. I was like, well. Oh, well. But yeah. This was SmackDown. February 27, 2026. Wade and Joe on commentary. Louisville, Kentucky. Match of the night is Rio versus the Irresistible Forces. And the moment of the night, well, the sad moment of the night was Jay was beat up. Poor Jay. No, you know, I'm going to give the moment on the night a big pop here. When Charlotte said, You can't have any. That's my moment of the night. 3 out of 5 for the SmackDown. Let's get on to Elimination Chamber, shall we? When we shall. All right, y'all. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down on Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life. Brother.
Whoop that trick. Yeah. Okay.